Welcome to this lesson, and we're going to be talking about developing an action plan for challenging moments in relapse prevention. It's very crucial for staying on track with your recovery goals. So here's a step-by-step guide, and we're going to be talking about identifying triggers once again. This is a basis of everything. When you start by identifying your specific triggers, which can be people, situations, things, or thoughts that increase your risk. Common triggers include stress, loneliness, certain places, being around people who use substance, your former behaviors, your former environment is very important. We've talked about recognizing warning signs, and recognize your warning signs. Be aware of the signs that indicate that you may be at risk for relapse. So you need to go back to that video to go and listen all over again, because it can be physical, emotional, behavioral, which can include increased cravings, mood swings, or isolation. So go back and listen to that one if you forgot what I said about recognizing warning signs. So now, develop your action plan. When you have recognized it, how do you develop your action plan? You need to create a written plan that outlines what steps you will take when you are faced with challenging moments. Your plan should be clear, it should be concise, and it should be easy to follow. It is that easy. Your plan should be 1, clear, 2, concise, and 3, easy to follow. That's how you develop the action plan. Coping strategies. When you identify what works for you, it should help you manage stress, your cravings, or your triggers. Common coping strategies include, which we've talked about before. If you've forgotten, go back to that one and listen all over again. Mindfulness, deep breathing, exercise, or calling your supportive number, which can be your love number. Emergency contacts. We're talking about planning your recovery. Emergency contacts. List the names and the contact information of people you can reach out to in case of an emergency or when you need support. This can be your friends, your family members, or someone in your support group, or your mentor, like how I talked about that lady who was in that high-risk situation and how she was able to reach out to me. I am her emergency contact till today. I still am her emergency contact, even though the emergency calls are far between now. She's better managing herself. It's very important that you list out the number of people who can be it for you. Support groups are very critical. You can note their meeting times and location and commit to attending meetings regularly, especially when you are feeling vulnerable. This can help you because it will help you realize that you're not alone in this journey and that other people are also working this, and it will help you reconnect to your commitment, okay? Then distraction techniques. Include it in your plan. These are activities that can divert your attention away from cravings and triggers. Some people will say they go for a walk, they listen to music, they engage in a hobby. So what are your distraction techniques? Very important that you list them, know them, and list them. Positive affirmations. Write down positive affirmations or motivational quotes that resonate with you. Use them to boost your confidence and remind yourself of your commitment to sobriety. One of the ones that I know that helped me quite a lot was when I used to say, drugs will market a dream to you, but it will deliver to you a nightmare. I used that so many times and it helped me. I used to tell myself that no, it would make me feel like I'm going to feel good, but in the end, it's going to be such and such. So look for affirmations, look for quotes, motivational quotes that can help you. Another thing you need to do is avoid high-risk situations. You know them. You know the potential risk. That's why I tell people to be brutally honest to themselves. So make a list of the places or the people or situations that you should avoid whenever possible. Knowing your high-risk situations can help you plan ahead. You know them. Don't even bury your head in sand. You are not an ostrich. You know what they are. Emergency action. You need to specify the action you will take if you find yourself in a high-risk situation. For instance, if you're at a party where substances are being used, your action may be to leave immediately or call a sober friend, just like that lady did with me. She called her emergency number. That was the emergency action that we planned out. So planning ahead is important that you know these things. Time out plan. If you feel overwhelmed or triggered, you can actually include a timeout plan. This could involve stepping away from the situation, taking a few deep breaths, or practicing relaxation techniques. So have a timeout plan also. Also, have a recovery toolkit. Create a recovery toolkit that includes items or activities that can bring you comfort or strength. This could be your journal. This could be a favorite book. It could be a playlist of calming music. It could be your art, your canvas and your painting brushes. So you need to have your recovery toolkit. What is the thing that you what are the things that you will put in your recovery toolkit? Create it by yourself. Is it a musical instrument that you have? What is that thing that you're going to do? The next one is to regularly review and update your action plan to ensure it remains relevant and effective. As you progress in your recovery, your triggers, needs may change. Okay, like I said about the lady, she doesn't call me as much as she used to. The calls, emergency calls, are almost far between because she has progressed in her recovery journey. It doesn't mean that she's overconfident. I keep telling her, you cannot be overconfident. Stay vigilant, okay? Stay aware because your triggers and your needs may change. The next thing to do is practice self-compassion. I say this and I reiterate it for a reason, with good reason. Be kind to yourself. If you experience a setback, extend grace to yourself. Understand that relapse can happen, a slip-up can happen, but it doesn't define your journey to recovery. Use it as an opportunity to learn. Learning is important, and adjust your plan. We always say accountability also, it's a thing. Accountability is very important. You need to share your action plan with a trusted friend, a family member, or your mentor, or your coach, or your therapist. They can help hold you accountable and provide support during challenging moments. Remember that relapse prevention is an ongoing process, and having a well thought out action plan is a valuable tool in maintaining your sobriety and achieving your recovery goals. So today I ask you, what tools will you put in your toolkit? What is going to be important to you? Are you going to get an accountability partner? How kind are you to yourself? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you practice self-compassion? Do you have a timeout plan? Who is your emergency number? What is your emergency action? What positive affirmations are you going to begin to use today? It is important that you get this together. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.